the partypoker Mosconi Cup returns to Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino Convention Centre this November. And with me to look ahead to that tournament, a four-time Mosconi Cup winner for Europe, Karl boys, and the current Mosconi Cup Team USA vice coach, Jeremy Jones. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Jeremy, you first of all, just take us back 2018, Alexandra Palace, Shane Van Boening over that 1-9. Talk us through that moment, that feeling.
Well, it was an incredible feeling, but first off, I was clearly hoping he would shoot at it because I think pressure-wise he's one of the best in the business, and he was breaking the balls in the next game. So analytically saying I'm happy he shot at it, but yeah, the feeling was great. I was never more stressed out in my life, I think, and being on the sidelines, that was really odd because I played in a few Mosconis myself, and I think the pressure was much worse from the sidelines.
Karl, you've been on plenty of successful European teams. How would those guys have felt having been on the losing team? Because, of course, there was a lot of expectation on that European side.
Yeah, of course, but there was two rookies, and, you know, if you've never played in a Mosconi Cup, the pressure is unbelievable. You know, you're used to playing in tournaments all season leading up to it, but nothing can prepare you for the Mosconi Cup. It's just, I remember the first time I played in it in London, there was 300 people. Now there's 3,000, and, you know, there's a lot of drunk Brits there, and it's high intensity, to say the least.
Well, we'll take a look at who might make the European team this year in just a moment, and we'll also hear from the captain, Chamat. But Jeremy, first, we already know Skylar Woodward, Shane Van Boening will be on the American team this year. How are you going to be selecting the other players?
Well, we've a little bit different this year, along with Shane and Sky already getting their selection to the team. I'm training 4 individuals, Max Eberly, Justin Bergman, Chris Robinson, and the young junior champion, Mikhail Parrish from the Virgin Islands. One of those guys will emerge from our group to go on and try and contend with Corey, Billy, and Tyler for those last 3 remaining spots.
And then from there, you're going to go to the Kremlin Cup. The Dream Challenge will happen again?
Yeah, that'll happen. We'll actually carry 6 players after the Kremlin Cup, and the Dream Challenge will knock it down, and we'll go ahead and select 2 more players to the team with one more spot remaining. So basically the last 2 players that are left will end up playing some type of match play event to fill that spot.
And there'll be one last player picked after the International Open in October, November time. For those guys vying to get on the team, obviously it's a winning team. What are you looking for them to do to dislodge one of the guys who's already on the team?
Well, it's going to take a lot, and especially with what the expectations we have for the guys that were on the team last year. We plan on them continuing to improve, train, and now be a little bit of veterans for anybody that may be new on the team. But yeah, they got to work hard. They got to probably have a little luck on their side, like 9-ball pool is, and fight.
And Karl, for Europe, the ranking's well and truly underway. It's looking very good for Joshua Filler at the moment. Who else are you looking at to make that European team? Well,
as you said, you would think Filler's straight in the team regardless. Clank catches up there, Kazakis, they're all lurking. Of course, they were 2 rookies last year. Suke is obviously lurking as well. I mean, I think that's probably what they missed last year. They need that sort of anchor man. I know Niels has played in a lot of events, but when I was in the team and Niels was in the team, I felt like he's not really that type of anchor man player. He's very, like, you know, straight-headed and sort of wants to do everything his own way. He's a fantastic team player. I don't mean that. I mean, I just mean somebody like Ralph or when Darren Appleton, they liked all that pressure, and that kind of took it off Niels. So Jason Shaw's obviously nowhere on the rankings, so he needs a wild card. Alcade, World Pool Masters champion. Marcus has got a tough task, I tell you.
And of course, those guys who were on the losing team last year, they're going to be desperate to make it again and avenge that defeat, I would imagine.
Yeah, of course, but you know, obviously since I've been playing 9-ball pool, I've been lucky enough to just always been on the winning team, and I've not really seen it any other way until last year. So now Marcus and Team Europe are going there, and they know they've got to win the cup back. Otherwise, you know, it's a little double for USA.
Well, we can hear now from the European captain, Chamat, who I spoke to earlier.
Well, obviously, first I want to thank Matchroom Sport to give me another chance. I won 3 times in a row as a captain, and unfortunately lost last year. So I'm happy to get the call from Matchroom again. Once again, I'm thankful. I felt like the players support me as well. You know, after we lost, there was no really bad vibe between us, or, you know, we have to move on. That's part of the game. Sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. Now I have to do some things different, some new plans. I'm working with some soccer coaches back home now, try to get a little different mindset, you know, just to change something up. It's important for me also to improve, and for the team to improve and something new. Because so many players have, you know, been under me for a few years now, so it's always nice to do something different.
Do you feel now that USA are the defending champions, there's less expectation that Europe will just turn up and win, that it's going to be a closer Mosconi Cup again this year?
Yeah. I think everybody expecting it's going to be a close game again. Now the American team have some pressure on them to defend the title or to defend the cup, and we can, I guess, let it all out and try to let our horses free and let's see what happens.
Of course, Johan is back in the other corner as well. How good is the battle between the two of you as the captains?
Yeah, this is the third year we go against each other. I guess it's the third time for him as the captain for the European, the American team, and it's the fifth time for me. And yeah, we have different approach. I've been there playing myself, Mosconi Cup. I know what it means as a player. He's the coach, you know, and I'm the sixth player, definitely the sixth player. I'm behind my guys, and you know, I try to improve on things on the side, of course. Otherwise, I wouldn't be. I do the right thing for the job. I want to improve. I want to improve the players. I want them to feel 110% when they play Mosconi Cup. So,
do you feel as a captain you can almost learn more in defeat than you had when you won?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you can never stop working. I learned that from playing myself so many years as a player. The moment you stop improving or stop going forward, then you're in trouble. I didn't think we stopped improving last year. We lost. It was just one of those times where things was going their way, and we're gonna stop. We're gonna start to have different approach this year and develop new things, and hopefully the players will like it, and we're gonna improve.
Of course, we don't know who the team is yet, but it looks very likely that Joshua Filler will be on the team.
Yeah.
How important is he, not just for this year, but for the future of the European
Well,
Mosconi Cup?
he had a great, unbelievable year, and he had a great first time he played Mosconi Cup in Vegas 2 years ago. So he have all the confidence in the world going into the event. He was MVP, he's world champion, US Open champion, and we get along well, me and him. So that's really important. On the other hand, we have so many good players in Europe now, so let's just see who the other players gonna be. Joshua's gonna be assets to the team, definitely. He's a different character, different kid. Everybody's different, but he's special, you know. So it's gonna be great to have him back in the team again.
It was interesting when he won the US Open that you were there and you were in his corner and speaking to him a little bit during the match.
Yeah.
Just tell us a little bit about the relationship between you two.
Well, the first time we actually kind of get together was before the Mosconi Cup 2 years ago in Vegas. And I guess we are different characters, but at the same time we are the same persons, you know. We're happy-go-lucky, and I make him smile, and he makes me smile. So I think that helps him during the game. And if I was playing, it would help me. He would be a perfect doubles partner for me, because if I enjoy the game, I can really play good. And if he enjoys the game, we can all see his true talents on the table. So.
And for the rest of the team, the rankings are still very open, but whoever doesn't make it, it's going to be a very difficult decision for you to choose 2 wildcards again.
Yeah, I mean, I know. First year, I think it was hard for me to pick the wildcards, and some players I know them for many years. They're not going to be able to play. You know, you have to make the phone call and say it's not going to be your year this year. It's hard, but in the same time, I know it's going to be some player who's going to be disappointed, and that's part of this job. You know, if I didn't be able to make this decision, I'm the wrong guy for the job. So I know some players are going to be disappointed, and maybe they have some issues. You know, they want to talk to me, why did I get picked and all that. But that's part of the game, you know.
And going to Vegas this year, there'll be a big American crowd. It's at Thanksgiving as well, so a holiday season for the Americans. Are you ready to take those European players to battle in America?
Oh yeah, it's going to be great. I mean, 2019 Mosconi Cup in Las Vegas, Mandalay Bay is going to be amazing. I mean, now it's going to be a bunch of Americans there who's going to root for them to try to defend the title, and we're going to come with everything we got to all the players. You know, we're going to make 110% ready to come for battle, and you know, try to make everything we can to get the cup back to Europe.
And now that USA have broken their losing streak, they're the defending champions, the fans and the players will no doubt have a lot more belief. Is that going to make it a more difficult Mosconi Cup again this year? Is it going to make it very close?
Well, I think it's going to be close this year. I mean, the American team have improved. You know, three. If you look at it, like 5, 6, 7 years ago, or in between the older players and the younger players, they were not seasoned, but now they have seasoned players. So we're definitely going to look at a close game, I think. You know, but I feel like we are the better players. We're a better team. The spirit is high in our team. Team Europe is doing well. I mean, you looked at Team Europe last year when we lost. Any team who's feeling well or doing well, comebacks, you know, they kept asking the question. We kept asking the question the last day, the whole time. And that shows that a team is doing well. Although we lost, we showed a lot of heart and we came back with everything we had. We almost made it to Hilo, you know, so.
And for you as the captain and the 5 players who were involved last year, how did it feel at the end of that year, and how determined are all 6 of you to win the cup back this year, or at least the players who make it this year?
Well, we talked, you know, after we lost, we had a word together, and a few players are going to be back on the team, some players will not, but I still was a young team. If you look at our age, was, you know, he was 19 years old last year, and Albin is still young. Filler, he's 21. You know, all these young guys, they have a bright future in this game. Maybe not under me as a captain my whole life, but hopefully, you never know. But I mean, Matchroom Sport is doing great with the Mosconi Cup. It's growing every year, and it feels like if the team is going to come back and fight and show what they can really do on the table, this is time for Team Europe to show our heart and our passion for the sport.
So Karl, Marcus talking there about wanting to be the coach for a long time to come, but first and foremost, they need to win this year.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. I mean, obviously he's only lost it once, so he deserves another chance, of course, maybe a couple more chances. But if America go on a bit of a run, then I'm afraid you sort of lose the right to be the coach, don't you? That's just the way sport is. And but I think he's the right man for the job. He's a good guy. He's a different guy to Johan, and obviously Jeremy. He's a fun character. So I just felt like he makes the team at ease. So he definitely deserves another 2 chances without a doubt.
Well, gentlemen, thank you very much for your thoughts there. Of course, the Partypoker Mosconi Cup returns to Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, November 25 to 28. We hope to see you there. Goodbye.